Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. A Nigerian man's life was forever changed when his wife vanished without warning, leaving him with 3 young children. She claimed to be visiting her sister in Abuja but never returned. Years later, she reappeared, demanding custody of the children to be taken abroad. The situation has sparked heated debate online, with many questioning her motives and the father's decision. The case highlights the complexity of parental rights and child custody in Nigeria. The man's emotional story resonated with many, raising questions about family, love, and responsibility. The fate of the children hangs in the balance right now. What are your thoughts on this? What would you advise he does? Join the conversation by calling us on 020-1635-2013, or you can call us on 090-2416-3440. Tweet to us. We'd like to hear from you on x.com, or we're also streaming on YouTube, so you could drop your comment there as well. Now, this was, as in like every shade of emotional. Every shade of emotion will go through the man, it will go through the children. I'm just wondering, what was the woman thinking? Nima, what was your opinion when you heard about this story?
It's economic movement. It is not established that she abandoned him for someone else, but she didn't certainly carry him along, and that is the dynamic of any marriage. It might be that at the time, you know how something is the best option.
But she's asking for custody. She's not saying they should all go.
She wants
to take her children away.
Tope is purely, for me, this story, purely economic.
So you are seeing money.
Men do it. Yeah. Men leave the home years. I know someone who hasn't seen his family for 13 years. And you know, a lot of things have happened, a lot of water have passed under the bridge.
But was he taking care of the family in the 13 years?
He was.
Okay.
So if she thinks that, let me go and make the grass green before I come and pack my kids. And if she had had the conversation with him, would she move? If she had planned with him, would the plan work? So I'm not in that time. He has not put that fact out there. Whether he was an approachable, understanding, cooperating partner. But she has gone, and just like fathers do, I have made it green. Give me my kids. And now we need to focus on whether it is better for the kids, as opposed to his emotions of whether he suffered, he told the load. You know this story, if it was the other way around, we'll tell the woman, you're a mother.
It's okay.
Really? It happens all the time.
Yeah, I'm on a different side of this, but let me hear Mariam's perspective.
No, let me finish. We tell the woman, if a man ups and leaves, he goes abroad. If he marries somebody for paperwork, it is valid. If he moves on with that person, it is valid. If the person says, okay, I rather than go back to her, take the kids, we will say it is valid. We will tell the woman, for you somewhere. My friend,
focus on your children.
Yes, my friend's husband upped and left with another woman for economic reasons. Left her with 3 girls. And when he finally settled down, he came and took the first girl. And then later on, sent her a note and videos of the dead body of the child. Oh. Heaven did not fall on him.
Oh my God.
So my point is, did she leave you to go and marry somebody else now want to come and take the children? That's not part of the story. She left for 10 years. She didn't carry him along. She lied she was going to her sister's place. Tope, that we have not seen it before.
And that we have seen before doesn't mean it's right. Let me
no, none is right. What I'm saying now is that just as everything always, as we always summarize it, is the children.
Okay.
At the end of the day.
Mariam, what was your opinion?
For me,
so
for me, based on the story that we got,
based on the context,
context that we got, I feel really sorry for him, and I am, I'm questioning this woman. I'm questioning her values. I'm questioning her morals. I'm questioning her family's values as well, because there's one thing to up and leave your marriage, right? And for many reasons, but there's another thing to just do it quietly without saying anything and disappear for 10 years. And in the 10 years, those children were eating, they were going to school,
they survived.
They were surviving, they were thriving, whatever it is. And then you show up after 10 years out of the blue and you're demanding custody. For me, I don't know if there's any court that will just immediately just hand over the children to you. Where have you been in 10 years? I'm just saying, where have you been in 10 years? The children were not important to you in 10 years. All of a sudden, They are important to you. What have you been doing? What is the sort of person that you are, where you have been? And then not only that you are back into our lives, to try and integrate yourselves back into our lives, to ask for our forgiveness for abandoning us. You want to take the children away because we've gone abroad. Because abroad is what?
Exactly.
Because abroad is better than here, is heaven. You know, it does not make sense. Where is she taking them to? What sort of work is she doing there? There are many reasons people go abroad, and we have heard all sorts of stories. How do I know what you've been up to? How do I know that you are not here to pick my children to add to the whatever illicit business it is that you're doing where you are doing? So for me, it made no sense that she even had the audacity to come back with the sole purpose of just yanking the children away. If she had come back to explain herself, I'm so sorry I abandoned you, this is the story, blah, blah, blah. So given this context, though, for me, this is a crazy woman. Yes.
Which side are you on? Are you on the let's let the children
I'm in between. Okay, so when I heard this story, when I listened to the story and everything, when I read it, the first thing that came to my mind is, I think there must have been something mental, maybe she's mentally, there must be something wrong with her mentally. Because I don't understand why, first of all, we don't even have a complete story because we've not heard from her, we've not heard her own parts.
True.
And he too, he has not really explained why she left. You
because
understand?
He doesn't
She's
know.
the one that just stand up. She stood up and she left like that, but at least there will have been a conversation and everything. And he didn't even do follow-up because he said the parents, the sisters didn't come, they didn't ask, they didn't say anything. He too, he didn't go there to go and find out, where is your my wife? Where is your daughter? Where is your sister? He just left it like that. And then, you know, for over 10 years, and 10 years is a long time for her to just come back and say she wants her kids. So for me, I think he has done a lot. He should sit down and really look into this. If in the 10 years, he should check where has she been in the last 10 years, what has she been doing, everything that, you know, because she's the mother, let her come and play her role. So it's now time for him to, for me, I'll just tell him that, okay, after you must have checked all of these things and they are all okay, and he knows that, okay, what she has been doing is legit and she's, you know, capable enough to handle the kid. It's now her turn. Let her carry the kids and go and take care of the... Because the children, they said one is 18, the other one is 16, so they can decide. So it's not like when they take the kids, they are going to cut off or anything. He's going to be communicating because he has already imbibed real values in
himself.
So he's not going to, so they are not going to miss anything.
Okay.
Let her play her own role.
Okay, so here is my take.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel that as the line between right and wrong got so blurred that we no longer know what is right or wrong, because obviously here in this story, everything that woman did was wrong. The fact that some men have done it before and the society sort of forgave them doesn't mean what they did was right.
You're not talking wrong or right.
No.
Yes, we are.
So I'm looking at it and saying, this is wrong. Whether a man chooses to disappear from the house and comes back 10 years and is welcomed back, totally wrong.
Yes.
If a woman does it, totally wrong.
Exactly.
Number one, it is wrong for you to abandon your children, except the woman shows up now and says, it was life and death. Except the woman says that the man beats me every day or emotionally kills me, I was going to die, and so I had to leave. If that comes up, then we can have a different conversation of there was a life or death situation, she needed to exit. And because we all talk about it, that if the marriage will cost your life, leave the children, they will survive, you can go, because a man can be a good father and a horrible husband. And in a situation where if you find yourself in that kind of scenario, yes, run for your life. But in this case, we didn't hear that. What we've heard so far is she said, I'm going out, disappeared to go to Abuja, and from there, 10 years. Silence. And so we now show up, and because of this economic matter, because of money, because of mammon, we will now say, oh, let her take the children so that children will have better opportunities abroad.
Why do you make that assumption?
Why do we feel like they will have opportunities here? And I'm not talking about anybody here said. I'm saying what people, the responses online have been that, these children, if they go abroad, their life will be better. Or the man should not make an emotional decision and cost his children. I'm thinking about it. Do you know what this woman did for the past 10 years? Do you know if she became a criminal? Do you know what kind of life she's lived? If a woman can abandon these children for 10 years without looking back, what would she do to them? What if she takes them away and turns them into prostitutes or into something? We don't know. But because we think there's an economical benefit, we are willing to sacrifice? No. I feel like we need to go back to the drawing board. The responsibility of parents is to the children, to nurture those children. If this man had not killed the children for the past 10 years, they will not die over the next few years till they become able to take care of themselves by themselves. They should be responsible. The man should take care of the children. Then, another thing is, she's not coming back to the marriage, She's just coming to take those children out.
Yeah, there's no marriage, actually.
There's no marriage. So obviously there were some issues that we don't know of. And I would really love to hear the woman's story so that we have a more balanced opinion. But Nima, you were going to say something.
I wanted to read, because when I read this story, I read it for why this man is objecting.
Okay.
So apart from emotions, I don't see her side clearly. They said 10 years ago, my wife told me she was traveling to Abuja. He betrayed her. She betrayed him to see her sister. That was the last time I saw her. We didn't fight. There was no argument, no warning. She just vanished. She left behind 3 children, the youngest barely a year and 6 months old. I waited days, then weeks, hoping to hear something, a message, a reason, nothing. Then I found out from one of our colleagues that she didn't just leave the city, she left the country. And fast forward, her parents knew now. Her siblings knew, they all kept quiet. That one pricked my,
Yes.
That one pricked something in me. She abandoned her home, she had married her own children without a single word, and that day I became both father and mother overnight. And let me tell you, it wasn't easy. Fast forward to April this year, she came back not to apologize,
Just to
not to explain, not to even reconnect. She came to take the children. She said she wanted to move them abroad, just like that. Now I'm being called wicked, selfish, that I'm standing in the way of my children's future. And then the story, this one is not opening. I think the link is not. But when I read it, he now gave emotions. The nights I changed diapers, the one was a year, 6 months. The last one was a year, 6 months. The nights we went without food. He gave a picture of circumstance that showed that
There was huge
things were not.
Things were tough.
Things were tough. And sometimes a woman has a bigger vision. I hate to be a feminist on this topic.
It's okay.
I hate it, but it is unavoidable for me. I have practiced law on this side too much for me not to know how many times women have been made to. I had a case, I didn't take it because she already had a team of lawyers. They were not dating, they were not married, they were just dating, and she got pregnant. She told him, I am pregnant, and he says, I'm not ready to get married, but we can be dating. She accepted it. She's a Yoruba woman. Child don't pass marriage. She had a child with her mom. Went to him to tell him she had gotten visa lottery won. That she would be going, but she did not file in with the child. She filed in single. She didn't know that thing would work, and she was with child now. So she has to leave her child with her mom. She made arrangements. He could visit the child. He came, took the child. The child is 9 years old and they are in court, and he's frustrating the move of a single mom who made arrangements to connect with her child to go abroad.
That's a totally different story.
No, that's not totally different. When you borrow those contexts, sometimes you'll be seeing too much of emotions. If a woman was abandoned with a child without a man, she was never married to him. She raised the child to full adulthood. A man has the right to those children.
So we're now going into the complexity of
marriage
in Nigeria.
So,
custody in Nigeria.
Not just
we'll
that.
Discuss it after
you want
the
to
break.
go on a break. When you
go on a break right
break
now.
Down some things.
When we come back, there are actually complexity with our custody in Nigeria that we need to discuss. How it sometimes doesn't favor the woman, regardless of the scenario. We'll continue with the show after the break. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.